Hey, beautiful people. I'm so thrilled that you are actually here. Welcome to the Map Out Your Profitable Digital course in 90 minutes. So, if you've been saying one day I'll create that course, today is actually your day to do that. I'm going to show you a simple, no fluff system to turn your expertise into an online course you can actually finish and sell without all that tech overwhelm or perfection paralysis. Because I know what it's like. Sometimes we go into that perfection mode. And I've always said perfection is perception. So the idea here is that I am going to take the ideas that are in your head and turn them into income for you. Those of you that don't know me, my name is I'm from Studio, your go-to guide for transforming the genius of health pros, spiritual guides, business gurus, consultants, and awesome entrepreneurs like you into stunning money-making courses. And absolutely no tech headaches are included. I do like to make the technical side really, really easy for you. Now, I actually bring over 30 years of creating courses to the table for corporate clients and have started and built many companies to the multi-million stage. I am also a qualified teacher of adults, and I'll tell you a little story about that. When I first started going into the world of teaching and training, I wasn't qualified. I actually just thought, oh, do you know what? I can set up an IT training company. So I set up this IT training company and I always felt like I was a bit of a fraud, the imposter syndrome. So I ended up going to night school for 2 years and got a teacher training qualification. So just shows you imposter syndrome always has kicked in somewhere along the line. By the time the session wraps up, you'll strut away with a rock solid course idea that's definitely sure to make other people's wallets open. A breezy 6 step roadmap to make it all happen for you, and the boldness to finally take the plunge because I know that a lot of you would be waiting for making sure that everything's in place before you've actually done this. I'll give you a cheeky little glimpse into how we can craft it together in the course catalyst. It is an opportunity for you to actually write down some really key learnings, and I've got a whole series of things to get you to do. It's more about giving you that clarity around what your course is and the confidence to actually make it happen. You don't need to be ready, you just need to be open to finding out your own roadmap. I'll share how you can work with me more closely if you'd like, taking what we cover today and turning it into a real profitable course. Do you already have a course idea in your head? Now, if no, just have a think about the topic. Now, don't worry about what the title of that course is at the moment. It's just the topic. You might have lots of ideas. So, what you want to try and do is pin it down to one idea and just shelve the others. It's just we're putting it on the bookshelf. It's not that we're not going to do the others, it's just that we're going to focus on one course at a time. Because even though we're going to actually create the foundations for your course today in 90 minutes, when you actually plan it out over a 30-day period, you'll have a whole guide and you'll know exactly what to do on each week. So it covers all of your foundations in more detail. It covers the course creation, the marketing of your course, and how to launch your course as well. We'll start with just a little bit of honesty because there's a load of common pitfalls that happens with people that have got ideas to create a course. So most would-be course creators never get to launch their course. They might get through making some of it, creating some of it, but they don't quite finish it. So one of those reasons is that sometimes you're a bit fuzzy on the transformation. It's not that you don't really know, it's just that you're so close to it, you don't always know how to articulate it best way. And you're trying to teach everything that you know. That is another problem that often happens is that we've got all of this knowledge in our brains and we're trying to get everything out all at once. And sometimes it might be better to break it down into smaller courses. So mistake number two is you get lost in the tech. You don't need a fancy platform or lots of expensive camera gear to get started. Because again, people think, oh, I've got to have the camera, I've got to have the lighting, I've got to have the right mic, etc., etc. Yeah, it's good, but these things can come later. You don't need it to get started. You just need clarity on your idea and a framework and a way for people to pay you. The rest can come later. So the third mistake is trying to build in a bubble. So when you don't test your idea with real people, you can spend months building something that no one buys. The truth is feedback is your best marketing strategy. So the more feedback you can get, the better it will be for you overall. So, sound familiar? What out of those three common pitfalls have you come across for yourself? It's not that you're broken or you're not capable of doing it. It's just that you're overloaded and overwhelmed. So, we're going to fix that together in some simple steps. These are the reasons that I actually built my six-figure course framework. It keeps things simple, strategic, and profitable. So here's a big picture for you today. My six-figure course framework. It's built around four key pillars. So one of those pillars is your foundation and strategy. The second is content creation. How do you go about actually putting it all together? The marketing and the sales is a huge part of it. And it's not just reliant on social media, by the way. There's lots of other ways that we can sell our courses without being totally reliable on an algorithm. There's a lot of different ways that we can launch our course. So how do you move it to the sixth strategy, which is passive income strategies? And then the seventh is to develop more courses. So this framework will help you go from your brilliant idea to an income generating course in as little as 30 days without burnout or the tech drama that's associated with it. So today I'm going to give you the mini version of this system through 6 key questions. So this is what you can put into the workbook that will help you map out your profitable course idea. So the first question is going to be, what is the transformation that you deliver? What will change your student after they take your course? Maybe they'll go from a confused situation to a confident situation. Maybe they'll go from stuck to launched or from overwhelmed to organized. So, what is that tangible transformation? So, all courses do provide a transformation, and you're going to have multiple transformations, but you're going to have one overarching transformation. Write this sentence down. By the end of my course, my delegates will be able to. Next question is, who are you helping? The clearer you are, the easier it is to market your course. One of the things that I've always believed in business is that we are multi-talented entrepreneurs. So just because I'm talking about niching down to a particular person, it doesn't mean to say that you're only selling to that person, but it just means that life gets easier for you because you're writing one message. Now, if you do try to help everyone, you help no one at all. Use a simple sentence is that I help this person go from the problem that they currently have to the result that they want. There's the classic clarity formula, I like to call it. So that is, I help this person go from their current situation to whatever the desired result is through the method. Now, it's quite important to actually tell them the method. I'll give you another example of this. Back in the days when I used to do IT training, we used to teach people how to use Windows, Word, Excel, those sorts of things. And there are about 4 or 5 different ways that you can carry out the same task. So, for instance, if I said to everybody, okay, we're going to do the topic of copy and pasting right now. Now, of course, we all know that it's almost in our genes, but back then people didn't know what that meant. Now, if I just said, right, we're going to do copy and pasting now, they're all going to go, what's that? So I would have to explain to them, we're going to use a technique that is called copy and pasting, which allows you to copy text from one place to another place. That saves you having to repeat your work. The way that we're going to do this is using the menu bar, because they could use mouse click, they can use buttons, they can use keyboard shortcuts. So I would give them the how they're going to achieve that. And that would always put a sort of sense of relief on the students' faces because they knew exactly how they were going to get there. All right, so the transformation formula goes like this. I teach this person how to take the action or the process so that they can have their result or outcome. An example is I teach new business owners how to package their expertise into online courses so they can create consistent income doing work they love. It's great for course creators, service providers, and educators. All right, let's have a look at the pain to power formula. So we often talk about what is the pain that they're struggling with at the moment and what is the solution that you want to offer them. So I help this person who struggle with the problem to get the result without what the obstacle might be. So, another example, I help busy entrepreneurs who struggle with the tech overwhelm to create and launch their first digital course without wasting months trying to figure it all out alone. So, this is excellent for the emotional connection, and it highlights that pain point and your unique solution. There's also the lifestyle alignment formula. So, again, I help the person create the outcome in a way that fits their lifestyle values. Okay, so an example of this, I help female entrepreneurs create scalable courses in a way that supports their freedom-based lifestyle and doesn't rely on social media burnout. This is perfect for soulful, lifestyle-driven audiences. You can write this down. I help person who struggles with to overcome what so that they can their end goal. That's what you want to really think about. And you can jot down multiple ideas. Here's question number 3. What is your signature framework? How will your students achieve that transformation? Turn that main overarching promise into milestones. Milestones basically are modules in your course. So ask yourself, what are the 3 to 5 big shifts my student must make to get to that transformation? So, example of a course we are creating, which again I mentioned before, it's all about recovering from narcissistic abuse. So, in module 1, which is called Understanding Narcissistic Abuse and Healing, the shift here is to understand, to have an understanding of what narcissistic abuse actually is. In the second module that we've got, it's called Breaking Free and Setting Boundaries. The shift here is to give them the confidence to actually set those boundaries and know that there is actually a way out. The third module that we have is rebuilding the confidence and self-love. So the shift that they're going to experience is how to grow on their confidence with support and have self-love tools available to them. Now, within these modules, you can break it down into further lessons. So my suggestion is that you would have, again, it depends on the size of your course, which we're going to come on to later. You want to have anything between 3 to 8 modules, and within each of those modules, you could have 3 to 6 lessons. The shorter the lessons are, the better it is for the student. If they end up having like an hour and a half every single lesson that they do, it's unlikely that they will actually finish the course. So what we have to do is we have to move into the psychology of the learner. We're looking at lessons for anything between, say, 5 minutes, that would be your least, up to maybe 20 to 30 minutes per lesson. So even if you end up having a lot of lessons, it just feels better for the student. Fewer steps, bite-sized chunks equals faster results, which equals happier students. So in your workbook, just sketch out a real rough idea of your modules. Now, that could take quite a long time. So just do a quick brainstorm of what that could look like for you. Well, actually, hold on a minute, because we do have a secret weapon these days. And I would like to introduce you to Alfie. Now, Alfie is my digital sidekick. Yes, he is my AI. Now, if you haven't already done this, and I'd be surprised if you haven't because so many people have these days, please dive into the magical world of AI. It has saved me hours and hours and hours of time. As long as you teach your AI really well, you'll find it's like having that trusty wizard, that trusty magical person by your side whilst you're creating your course and going through that whole course creation journey. So with the right prompts, you can design modules and lessons and the whole shebang literally within a moment, as long as you give it the right prompt. So here's a little example. I need 6 captivating modules with 3 lessons in each. Now you can do 6 modules, 8 modules, 3 modules, whatever. And you can do as many lessons as you want each that conjure the following shifts. So provide it with your shift list. Let the creativity flow. Now, you can further enhance that by actually saying to it, before you give me the modules and the lessons, is there anything else that you need from me? Ask me 10 questions that will ensure that you have clarity in order to give me the best modules and lessons that I can have. Also, if you haven't already taught your AI, tell it not to be the nice guy. Tell it not to give you the answers that it thinks that you want to hear and positivity all the time. Ask it to challenge your thinking, because when you ask it to challenge your thinking, you're going to get some really good results. All right, so have you got any ideas so far about what some of your modules would look like? Question number 4 is going to be all around what's the best delivery model for you. There are different ways that you can actually deliver your course. So you need to choose a style that really fits with your lifestyle, your own energy flows. I'm a great one for believing that you need to work to your energy flows. I want to make sure that whatever I design to service my students in the best way also serves me, protects me, and honors my own boundaries. If I don't work to within my own lifestyle and my energy, then I don't give my students the best that they need from me. First of all, you can have a live course implementation style. So that's where you just literally have the students come on live every week for however long that course is, and you get them to implement there and then. It could be a live event. So just because you see a lot of courses online doesn't mean to say that you have to do your course online. You can do it offline as well. Now, the other alternative is that your course can be completely pre-recorded and totally self-paced. Now, this is great for the passive income model. So you would just actually sell that course, you would just market that course, people would come in, they would buy it, and they would sit there and they would learn everything that you've done on the videos that are in fact pre-recorded. Now, the other alternative is to do a hybrid of the two. If it's a live course implementation, which is offline, you could do some recorded, self-paced. If it's online events that you're running every week or so, and you want some pre-recorded videos, you can do a mixture of that, and you can do some live sessions. Maybe put them into breakout rooms where they can work on something each. If they are live sessions, what else are you going to offer? And this is something that you've got to think about in the way that you deliver the course. So are you also going to offer Q&A live session? Are you going to offer some kind of coaching, some therapy sessions that you can offer? Are there going to be healing, meditations? Perhaps it's a co-working session. Maybe you want to also offer them a community, say in school or system or Facebook, anything like that, so that you can further support them. Now, this is not to say that you have to do all of those things. You just have to know what's available so that you can make those choices as to how you will ultimately deliver that. Every course should have a home in your business ecosystem. Does the course that you are thinking of creating fit into your offer stack? A well-designed business ecosystem works like a value ladder. So each offer naturally leading to the next stage of your customer's journey. Now, many customers will want to go through a journey with you before they spend a lot of money, but that's not all of them. Some will come in at that high ticket end. Some will come into the middle part of it. But if you have a general ladder that leads to the next stage, then some of those customers will do that particular journey with you. And it begins with some sort of free offer. Free offer could be something like a checklist, a quiz, or a mini training. This actually is something that builds trust and introduces your expertise. Now, here's my personal belief about free. I would not do too much free stuff. There's so much of it out there at the moment that people are offering things for free all the time. When something's free, they haven't got any skin in the game. So they're not invested. When they come into your ecosystem and they've got your free or your low ticket item, you're going to have a series of emails that you will send out to them. And by the way, This is not as difficult as it sounds. It's actually quite straightforward. Once you've got the automation, you do have to spend time setting it all up. Your next level would be something along the lines of a mini course. So a mini course could be just literally 2 to 3 modules of something that will be tangible, that will give them excellent results. They are getting more exposure to your expertise and they are seeing how you'll take care of. They've now got confidence in you. They are ready for your core program where they get deeper transformation in a more structured way. This is your core program. And then finally, you move into your signature offering, your signature course or your high ticket item. Now, your signature or your premium program is where you basically deliver the highest impact, the complete experience that takes your students to that full transformation. Now, together, all of these offers actually form a seamless ecosystem where each step builds and delivers value and is all connected and increases the lifetime customer loyalty. I'll give you an example. My business ecosystem is low cost or free ebooks, courses, templates, checklists that move them into a mini course. It could be on social media, could be on marketing, could be on networking, planning their business, to the course catalyst. And there's also my done for you service, which is the top level of items. So what I've found is a lot of people, even though they can create their own courses, they don't have the time, they don't have the technical wherewithal with everything else that is going on. They're totally overwhelmed. So we also have the Inner Studio membership, which fits in between really the mini course and the core program. So if you know what your ecosystem looks like, I want you to write down what it looks like, or if you don't have your ecosystem in place, what would you like it to look like? Let's move on to question 6 now. Let's just imagine for a minute that you've thought about your course title. You've actually validated your course. That's something that we haven't discussed, but we definitely discussed this in the course catalyst. You've got your modules and your lessons. Now, you don't have to have created your whole course before you do this bit. How do you want to launch your course? So it's not just the how, it's also the when. Because if you know exactly when you're going to launch your course, it actually pins you down to getting that course done. You can put everything in place in order to launch your course. And quite often, there is a technique that I teach in the course catalyst that actually gets you to sell your course before you've actually built it. This is a wonderful way of not only validating your course, but also gaining an income before your course is actually built. The first launch style is what we call the live launch. It's really perfect for fostering energy and connection. Now, whilst a lot of people don't show up for the lives, they all know that they're going to get the recording, which is why it's important that you actually do the recording for it, because that recording will then go out. And not only will it go out to the people that originally registered for the live event, it will also go out to the people that didn't register. It will also go out to what we call an evergreen model. That means that you can actually have people pay to come onto this recording. So all of this serves an amazing purpose to continue to build your ecosystem. So a live launch, there's a lot of work that goes in the background. You have to put a lot of emails together. You have to structure everything in such a way that is giving value to the people that show up for your live launch. So there is a lot of work, but as Marie Forleo always says, it's all figure outable, it's all doable, all the automation is in place. So when you get to doing the live event itself, you are totally calm and you've got everything in place. The other kind of launch is a challenge launch. Now, this one is ideal for those who enjoy building community. So it's a kind of a live challenge situation. Again, there's a lot of things that go on in the background. You need a lot of email structure. You need to know what you're going to be doing. That takes place is it's over 3 to 5 days that you'll do that launch. You can make it free or paid. Now, again, remember what I said earlier about something being free. People don't have any skin in the game. They click it, they register for it, they join the group, but they don't do anything. But when it's paid, that's a whole different ball game because people then have skin in the game and they are more likely to do the work that they need to do to have the transformation, the mini transformation that is promised within the challenge itself. You would normally hold this private group. You would send out invitations 10 to 14 days before the challenge, and then you would show up live for each of those days. And of course, the goal here is to provide as much value as you possibly can. And you would end with a sales pitch. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. The sales pitch doesn't have to be sleazy at all, by the way. Just because I mentioned the word sales doesn't mean it's sleazy. There are ways to do sales and there are ways to do sales. I prefer to say that we are serving. I remember once going to a social media event back in 2009. I met a girl afterwards that was one of the presenters. And I said, oh, it just feels really uncomfortable for me to be up on the stage and actually sell my stuff to people. And she said, well, how are you going to get that message out there? And she said, basically, if you don't talk about what it is that you can do, your expertise, you are doing a disservice to the people that have come to watch you. It's almost like you've got this gift, this amazing gift to change people's lives. But what we're doing is we're hiding it. We're not actually sharing that gift with them. And what is it that we want to do after all? Is we want to create that transformation for them. We want to help them in that journey. The other way of launching is an evergreen launch. So you can cook up a sizzling sales webinar like this, or you can whip up a mini course. Your choice. It's free or with a price tag. If you sprinkle some ads in that and some organic marketing, then you are definitely sure to draw the crowd. All you do is you just sit back and enjoy the sweet sound of ka-ching as the folks actually turn up for your course. The key here is it's all about the automation. And when it's done well, it really can heighten your satisfaction level knowing that your course is actually reaching and impacting hundreds of people without the hard work of a live launch. I'm just going to talk about a bonus launch model. It's called pre-launch. Whatever course you're thinking of doing, I said to you that you don't have to have everything created before you sell it. And this is called the pre-launch strategy. So it's a way of cash flowing your course before you even hit record, scribbled in a workbook, or even dazzled anybody with a presentation. So it is like having that crystal ball that says, yes, this one's going to be a winner. I'll give you a little example of this. What we did is we ran something similar to this, and we literally taught people 3 or 4 steps of how to create a website, what are the key things that they needed to take into account, all about SEO, how to set up images, the best way to find images, how to structure everything. And at the end of it, offered the opportunity to buy the 6-week course, but at a much reduced price. So we always give a discount. So an example of this would be that you might have a course that is around about $2,000. You might want to promote that as a special for $997. Now, if they get it at half price or say $500 off, you're saying to them, the reason that you're getting this for much lower price is because I want to have your testimonials. In the first 7 days of the launch window, we pre-sell the course. This is a huge advantage to the people that come onto the workshops, that come onto the recordings. They get the course at a much discounted rate. I have put in your workbook a soft launch method, which if you have a big email list, you can just launch your course using emails. How to price your course, that's the next thing to consider. Consider the length of your course first. Consider the content stack. Consider what value you're giving to that course, your own particular expertise, and what it's taken to get to that. For instance, what would you charge per hour for the expertise and the skill that you've already got? In the course catalyst, we actually show you a method in how you write out your own value. A mini course, you might charge between $99 to $200 for it. A mid-range course, between 4 to 6 modules, maybe 997. Signature course could be something that runs for 90 days to 12 months. The absolute lowest that you would charge for that would be $1,997 plus. So, for instance, the likes of Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi will charge between $30,000 to $50,000 for their courses. In the Course Catalyst, we actually teach you how to work out what the right price is with your value statement. We also work out what the going rate is for your industry. So that's another thing to take into account. And we price it accordingly. We also look at goals. Let's bring Alfie back. This is my Alfie. It does look a bit like my husband. This is Alfie. And here's a prompt for you. Help me brainstorm 5 creative launch ideas for my course about, put your topic in, then provide me with your POV. Now, I've already provided him the instruction to give me his point of view based on the knowledge he's got of the way that I work and the topics that we do. He knows my whole business setup now. So the POV means don't give me your fluff. Don't just agree with me. Give me, stretch me, challenge me. Give me what you think is based on the knowledge you have about this course, the way that I work, what model would work best for my audience and my energy flow. And so usually he'll come out with 1 to 2 options, and then he finishes off with my POV, choose option 1. So he acts as a mentor as well. Let's actually have a quick recap of what we've covered today. Number 1 is we asked, what transformation do you deliver? So I hope that you got a chance to write that one down. Number 2, we want to discover who we are helping. And again, in the Course Catalyst, I've got about 7 other questions within this particular question of how you discover who it is that you're actually helping. Number 3 is, what is your signature framework? So what do your individual modules and lessons look like? Number 4, what is the delivery style or delivery model that suits you best? It's important for me that I help you with this, that I help you protect yourself from overwhelm, doing too much. So if I find that you've set something up that actually could end up being overwhelming, it'll mean that you won't actually enjoy doing it. And if you go to the trouble of creating a course, you want to be able to promote that over and over again on multiple launches, different methods. Maybe you want to continue selling it throughout the year and just have clients join as and when. You want to know that if you have that hybrid model, that you can actually show up for that each week. All right. So number 5, how does your course fit into your offer stack? So where does it fit into your whole ecosystem? If you have an ecosystem, and if you don't have an ecosystem, this is something that we talk about as well in the Course Catalyst. And also, what is your launch method? At the beginning of the Course Catalyst, we start looking at dates almost immediately. It then gives you that commitment that you must have this course ready by this particular date. Look at your workbook. Just know that you've now defined your promise. You have mapped out your milestones, you've chosen your launch path, and you've just done all of that in the last, hour? This is what most people spend 6 months literally procrastinating over. So I just want you to take a breath, put a big smile on your face because you did that. You've done that work. So congratulations. That is just huge because, like I say, most people do not get that done. Now, you've got it now. You've got a crystal clear concept. You've got that nifty 6-step game plan. Have a launch pad ready for liftoff and a shot of confidence to get you rolling. And that really is some serious momentum. So I do hope that's given you confidence. A course doesn't have to be complicated. It can actually be simple. You just need to give yourself time to do it. Don't put yourself under too much pressure. Okay, so my question to you is what is going to be your next step in the next 7 days? So I always say take action, not seek perfection, and momentum beats motivation. Write down your next step, and if you want to, again, share it in the chat. If this short masterclass helped you get you clarity, give you confidence, make you feel that you're ready to do this, imagine what a 12-week of guided creation, templates, AI prompts, and accountability could do. If there's one thing that I know from over 30 years of doing this, and I know this from my clients, it is that basically they're fed up with doing it all on their own. They're overwhelmed with the tech. They want quick shortcuts to get their course to the market. Over and over again, I get people come to me and say, I just don't want to do all of this on my own anymore because when you're doing it on your own, you've got no way of validating what you're doing is the right thing. Is that the right way? Have I put that button in the right place? Are these the right words? By coming on to the Course Catalyst, what you do is you get feedback not only from me, but from the other students as well. So I'd like to introduce you to the Course Catalyst. It's my 12-week signature program where we actually turn that outline that you've kind of started to pencil out into a fully launched course with modules, lessons, slides. We create workbooks with you, email automation, and all of it. It's self-paced, so you can learn at your own pace. Remember, I said to you, we like the hybrid model. But most importantly, you are fully supported within the community. So we actually help you with implementation sessions. We're going to hold an implementation session once every month for the co-working sessions. You'll get accountability. I will come on live for Q&A coaching, and I will share with you all of the prompts that you need in every step of the way that saves you that headspace of looking at a blank page and not really knowing what you're doing. So let's look at the 8 core modules that are included very quickly. So you have the Welcome to Liftoff, setting the stage for success. That's the most important thing. When you actually set the stage for success, we look about how you organize yourselves, what material you need, what platforms you'll need, etc. Module 1 is all about nailing down your niche and knowing your people. Within that, we talk about your own values as well and what your mission statement is. So module 2 will take you from that idea to impact, and that's where we will build out your modules and your lessons. Module 3 will be creating with confidence content that converts. So we'll be looking at creating not just the structure of the course, but we'll be looking at structuring your marketing packs. Module 4 is all about the lights, camera, and confidence. That's the recording method. And by the way, there's lots of different ways in which you can record your courses. You can actually use AI, you can just use presentation slides. Module 5 is the tech side of it. We're pretty adept at knowing what most of the course platforms do. We've got recommendations for you. Personally, I'll tell you now, personally, we like System, Thinkific, and Kajabi, but Kajabi is quite expensive. It can be a little bit more technically challenging. Module 6, which is launching without the overwhelm. So what is the best launch module for you? You'll have all the emails written for you, all the templates that you need, an actual project plan of how that launch will actually happen. So module 7 will keep the momentum. That's looking at how to make that course an evergreen. Module 8 is scaling smart, your path to consistent income. Now, plus, I've got 2 bonus modules focused on your email sequencing and marketing strategies. You get a full pack of AI prompts that are designed to help you quickly create your course. So we'll provide you with templates for the workbooks that you'll create, handouts, slide decks, exercises that you'll give, and all of your emails as well. We've also got a community that will support you. There'll be coaching, implementation sessions, Q&A, and coaching opportunities as well. So, like I say, the bonuses are an inbox influence, email marketing that feels good. And bonus number two is magnetic marketing, how to attract your perfect students. So, we do take you through how to actually start building your audience before you've even started to create your course. So, you'll gain clarity, confidence, and momentum. You'll go from that idea to income in record time, and you won't be doing it alone. We have another bonus for you. Bonus number three. 6 months access to the Entrepreneur Collaboration Network. One of the biggest reasons online courses fail isn't because the content is poor. It's because people try to build their business in isolation. They start with so much enthusiasm, life gets busy, doubts creep in, they get stuck on one decision, and before long, the course idea ends up sitting on a hard drive, gathering digital dust. I don't want that to happen to you. That's exactly why I'm including 6 months access to the Entrepreneur Collaboration Network with Course Catalyst. This isn't just another Facebook group where people promote themselves and disappear. It's a working community of entrepreneurs who are actively building businesses together. Every month, you'll have access to our business breakthrough sessions where you can bring your biggest challenge to the table. Whether you're struggling with pricing, marketing, course structure, or simply feeling stuck, we'll work through it together so you leave with clarity and an action plan. You'll also be invited to our monthly networking sessions where you'll meet other entrepreneurs, build genuine relationships, and discover opportunities for collaboration, referrals, and partnerships. Sometimes the right introduction can save you months of trying to do everything on your own. Each month, you'll also receive a masterclass where we dive into practical topics designed to help you grow your business, from AI and automation to visibility, marketing, launches, and business strategy. And perhaps the biggest benefit of all, you'll become part of a community that understands exactly what you're trying to achieve. People who celebrate your wins, encourage you when things feel difficult, and help you keep moving forward. Because building a business is challenging enough, you don't have to do it alone. Course Catalyst gives you the strategy. The Entrepreneur Collaboration Network gives you the accountability. Think of it this way. Course Catalyst is your roadmap. It shows you exactly what to build, in what order, and how to avoid the mistakes that cost most people months of wasted time. But knowing what to do and actually doing it are two completely different things. That's where tech comes in. Tech is the accountability layer that sits over everything you're learning, and it's where you'll ask questions when you're unsure. It's where you'll receive feedback before making important decisions. It's where you'll stay motivated when life inevitably gets busy, and it's where you'll continue growing long after your course has launched. I've learned over the years that information alone rarely creates transformation. Implementation does. And that's exactly why these two programs complement each other so well. Course Catalyst gives you the strategy, tech helps you implement it. Together, they dramatically increase your chances of actually finishing what you start. So if you're ready to join us, here's exactly what will happen next. Firstly, once you've completed your purchase, you'll receive your login details for both Course Catalyst and the Entrepreneur Collaboration Network. You will receive an email that will provide you with your Course Catalyst Kickstart Kit. This is designed to help you organize your ideas, clarify your direction, and arrive at Module 1 with confidence. It's your first small win, and it will make the rest of the program much easier. Finally, we'll schedule your personal onboarding call. This is where we'll talk about your business, your course idea, your goals, and any questions you have before you begin. We'll make sure you know exactly where to start and what your first priorities should be. From there, it's simply a matter of following the roadmap, taking consistent action, and allowing us to support you every step of the way. Let's quickly put this into perspective. Inside Course Catalyst, you'll receive a complete step-by-step framework for planning, creating, and launching your digital course or membership. Lesson planners, projects, roadmap, templates, and AI prompt library. Implementation sessions helping you to get it done. You'll also receive 6 months access to the Entrepreneurs Collaboration Network, where you'll benefit from ongoing accountability, community support, live business breakthrough sessions, networking opportunities, partnership and joint venture opportunities, and be part of our members directory and monthly masterclass. The course Catalyst is my signature course, and the full price is $1,997. The membership is $127 per month and cancel anytime. If you were to invest in these separately, the value would be significantly higher. But because I genuinely want to help more people turn their expertise into profitable digital products, I've bundled everything together into one simple investment. You can choose to either pay in full, or if it suits your budget better, you can spread the investment over 6 monthly payments. When you consider what one successful digital course, membership, or education program could generate over the coming years, this isn't simply the cost of a course, it's an investment in building a business asset that has the potential to create income long after you've finished creating it. If you've been waiting for the right time, this is it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I genuinely hope this workshop has shown you that creating a successful digital course isn't about having the perfect idea, expensive software, or years of technical experience. It's about following a proven process. If you're ready to stop guessing and start building something that has the potential to create impact and income, I'd love to support you inside Course Catalyst and the Entrepreneur Collaboration Network. Simply click the button below to secure your place, and I'll see you inside the program very soon. I can't wait to help you bring your expertise to life. Whether you join us or not, go and take a look at your next video, how to validate your course idea before you build it, and download your workbook for this video.